This is a petition to, are we vacating or establish? Establish? Yep. The undersigned petitioners, freeholders, etc., residing in the vicinity of the proposed improvement hereafter described respectfully represent that the public convenience and welfare of the establishment of a part or extension of Snedden Road as a public road as described, to make application that we institute proper proceedings on the premises to establish such road. This is Snedden Road, could be Township Road 806A in the Township of Bowling Green. Oh, I had to put my glasses on to get that citation there. What's you tell me what that number is. I don't have my glasses.
Public road petition pursuant to revised code 5553.04.
Dot? Okay. We're honored to have two of the fine township trustees here. Thank you very much for your time.
Three.
All three?
All three.
This is like a world's record.
Yeah, all three.
Public meeting. Did you advertise this? Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't get excited, Will. All right.
Oh, don't worry. There'll be some more on this. Right now, it's good. They're all here.
All good. All right.
Reference on YouTube.
All right. The petitioner is Bowling Green Township. Thank you. Your address in Brownsville, and our viewing date is today at 2:30. And I don't mean to make light of it. Anytime we come out, we take road establishments or vacations very seriously. The purpose of a viewing is so that we can view. You're the petitioner, so we're going to turn to you first and basically ask you to point out anything that you'd like us to view or help us to better understand what the issue is in establishing this as a piece of township road. And we will look at it, view it, examine it to the extent that we can. The only thing we don't do is start a hearing here today. The hearing takes place on the date of March 15th, 2012. Is that what's March 15th? Is that Tuesday?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday? Okay, 2 weeks from today. March 15th, Thursday, 2012 at 11:30 in the morning. The place of that meeting will be at the Licking County Administration Building, 20 South 2nd Street, 4th floor, Newark, Ohio, right by Wendy's. So it's always a good place to come, enjoy the hearing, go to Wendy's for lunch, and do the whole thing. So that said, who's the president of your Board of Trustees? Sir. I'll start with you. What would you like us to examine today? What would you like us to know in terms of viewing today?
Also, Dan, he's vice president. He kind of.
Dan, you're up.
All this is, see, coming down the road, there was no place to turn around.
Okay.
If something happened down the road, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, you come through, you'd be turning on private property.
So in terms of viewing, what are we looking? Point to me exactly what we're looking at.
This part right here, just they were everything out.
Fence line?
Yeah, there's that stake.
Gives us a chance to see it, so we know what we're talking about.
Down over there.
I'm sorry, we can open this up. No, that's okay. We can open it here.
What are they looking at here? Well, just like a turnaround. Yeah. Just yeah, we didn't have no T turnaround or nothing.
Just dead end.
Just dead end. Now
He
where would the
was just
new
asking.
right of way end?
This. Here you go. Show us what we got here.
Where are we standing?
We're right in here.
We're in the
Okay.
center of this turnaround.
Yeah, right there is that post. Right
Okay.
over there.
Uh-huh.
And towards them buildings. And then just walk back and then up over this fence again.
So it's almost a square.
Yeah, it's just a square
section.
that the county you know,
Yes, sir.
because see, otherwise when we come down this road, we don't
Nowhere
have
to go.
No turnaround, nothing.
Gotcha.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
In the past, we've always come on private property and just come around the back.
And you want to do it on public property.
Yeah.
And this land is owned by,
Source.
and they're donating that to the
Yeah,
public.
they donated that to the township. See, I talked to Tim Lolo. Tim Lolo told me to take care of it. That's the reason why it got started. See, what was planned, yeah, split off lots.
It's good so you didn't have to stand in the puddle there.
Well, that's all right. I can handle
Once
it.
you get your shoes wet, Will.
They want to, these stores want to sell some of this ground off to his mom,
Okay.
and they couldn't get a lot split unless they went out in that field and went the full length of that field. I mean, the width of the property.
So does this help him out a little bit?
That's what he was trying to do with the cul-de-sac.
Okay.
And he's a farmer.
Yeah, they're
farm
farmers.
area.
Understand.
And that's the reason why I said they just went ahead and donated this as a cul-de-sac for the turnaround, and hoping that would give them the road frontage, because this is most of the property.
So that's basically what we're looking at.
Yeah, because otherwise it was just dead end into it.
I understand.
And I told Lolo, that now if they want to give it to them, donate it, we'd be better off doing that, because someday down the road, if somebody split that off the lots, you would just have a dead end road.
Yes. Understand.
By everybody's working to do it.
Well, we can talk about that in the hearing. Again, the purpose of our viewing is just to view, so that when we get to the hearing, we have in mind what's under consideration. Jeff, did you have anything else as the other trustee that you wanted to point out while we're here?
Kind of new on procedural concern. When you introduced this, you said it was a hearing by the Bowling Green trustees being petitioners. Your paperwork indicates that it's petitioned by Bowling Green Township trustees, and this was all.
Well, it says Bowling Green Township, but I guess I'm willing to accept the fact it's Bowling Green Township
Well, this
trustees.
is what you sent me certified to. Right here.
Okay.
And,
What it says?
petition for by Bowling Green Township trustees, and I feel like that's a misrepresentation. We have had no. I understand there's a petition. I got a public record request, and I understand there is a petition, but that did not become before the board to submit to you. It was not submitted. So, I am the part of the board, and unless this happened prior to January, this is not a petition by the board.
We have every right to see it.
Is there signatures on it?
Yeah, I have a copy of that, but that happened in February. But that was never presented to the board. This is a misrepresentation saying it came from our board.
Who actually filed this?
It was brought in by,
The zoning inspector filed it in behalf of the Board of Trustees. That's why I'm videotaping this, guys.
On behalf of the board, to me, a board is a commission of three elected officials. And to the best of my knowledge, I never participated in any board decision to have this.
You'll be able to speak to that also during.
You need to speak to that at the hearing.
Sure, but you did start the meeting
I understand.
saying on behalf of the.
We have a petition that was brought by the township fiscal officer, and at this point it has names on it, and I guess that's what kicked the process off.
The fiscal officer brought it?
No, the zoning inspector.
whatever.
What's her title? Zoning.
That's a zoning
It was brought by
inspector.
the zoning inspector. Okay, we understand your point.
I believe she may have presented that as an individual, as one of the petitioners, but she did not do it as on behalf
She
of the
didn't bring
zoning
it as an
inspector.
individual.
As far as I don't know of any knowledge of trustees asking her to perform that duty on behalf of the trustees.
Okay.
I might add, the reason I'm doing this is because we've had problems, as Doug knows, about things being done outside the public venue.
I understand,
And
we
this-
fully get that, Will. But
The only
our
reason I
purpose
bring it up
here
here, Tim, is because it's how you started the meeting.
Yeah, I got it.
It's a
Okay.
concern, and I am on the record. I called your office, and they
So
did
the-
put
so-
it in here as a notation that I had that concern.
Okay. All right. Are you going to be able to come to the hearing next week and speak to that?
2 weeks.
Or 2 weeks?
Sure.
15? Okay.
I've already addressed it. That's all the real concern there is.
Okay.
That's where it really should be brought from.
Fine, I'll be there.
Is there anything as a citizen of Bowling Green Township, while we're out here viewing this proposal, that you want us to be aware of, or that anyone else wants to point out to us while we're here, because that is the purpose of at least viewing what is requested in this petition, whether or not is a valid consideration. We're here.
Well,
Is there anything you want us to view here at the site?
I learned about it by your legal ad, and then a lot of calls came in because it served our township.
Is there anything you have any concerns about as a trustee with this proposal
Well,
that you want us to look at?
yeah. Did you have the map with the layout? A little concerned of where it starts and where it exists. The fence is also something. Is that going to still stay there? because if this becomes a township road, someone can shut the gate there, and then it's just those kind of concerns.
This is the map that we've got. Just FYI, there's no indication here that the fence won't. We've certainly noted the fence and where it's at, and I think the commissioner's advice is correct in that regard. So, to be honest with you, in terms of viewing, there's not a lot else to view.
That's for sure.
Viewed. Is there anything you want us to view? Well, if it pertains to viewing something, we'll only discuss the hearing when we'll discuss any issues. We're here to view this. We're here to view this.
All right.
Will, do you have anything for us?
Well,
That you want us to be aware of in regard to viewing? I just
I'm
wanna
sure
make
you guys
you're
realize.
still a resident of the township.
Well,
right?
I own property here, but
Okay.
one of the reasons I like to get stuff like this should be coming to the board before it comes to you guys in an open forum is so people can know about it, because if it gets developed, somebody may have an issue. The only way they're going to know that is by
Believe me, I
an
understand.
open discussion at the Board of Trustees meeting, and then later on in the process, once it gets to your office, what's going to happen then? I mean, it's a
Well,
little late in the process probably to bring it
the
up by
hearing,
then.
I mean, we could very well continue the process and let the issue resolve as to whether or not it's a legitimate petition. But we'll deal with that at the hearing, and then going forward from that. But we've had the opportunity, the commissioners have had to view this small area,
Right.
and we understand exactly what you're talking about.
It may not be a problem. I'm just saying
I hope
open
not.
and transparency is what it's all
I
about.
understand. Okay. Well, we'll see you on the 15th at 11:30 at the county building.
Thanks,
for your
guys.
time. Appreciate it, sir.